Hi and welcome to our Flashback collection. This collection is made up of short videos of previous unseen footage and episodes from previous projects Danny and I have worked on.
This next episode is called Red Ghosts. It took place up in southern Queensland after I'd won a trip due to a story that I'd written for a magazine. John and I first attempt on red deer with the bow, and yeah, enjoy. This hunt came about because of a story I'd written for the South Pacific Bowhunter magazine, and it happened to win the Reader's Choice Award, and the prize for that was a 5-day red deer hunt in South East Queensland. So a good mate of mine, John Bates, and myself headed up and tried our hand at hunting the red deer in that region. Got some driving music. Old school Metallica, Ride the Lightning, and old school Metallica, Blastbills Muppets. Woo! What do you say, buddy?
I think you're tainting my car with your heavy metal filth.
Isn't it great? God bless heavy metal.
You will be subjected to hours of Aussie hip hop later.
No! Righto, we just entered Muswellbrook. We've been on the road since 4 AM. It's now 20 past or half past 10. So we're probably a third of the way there. We're hoping to get to Tenterfield, which is just under the Queensland border, by this afternoon, and maybe sneak in a short hunt before we set up camp and have a rest, and then push on and do the last 4 hours and meet Mick at the pub on Sunday tomorrow. So yeah, looking good. Driven 950 k's today, and possibly squeeze in a quick hunt if we can. But if not, we need to stop somewhere anyway and have a rest, so this is as good a place as any.
Bates's Road.
Really?
Bates's Road. This is going to happen for us. Found Bates's Road. Did 1,000 k's in about 4:50 to do this morning, and then hopefully we'll be hearing some reds roaring by this afternoon. Had a couple of photos from some good mates on the way up yesterday, some nice red deer taken, so they've certainly got us itching, ready to go. We're going to let this one go and grow.
It's not quite big enough.
First red deer sighting. On mine at least.
Here he comes. Well, he's not playing to 4.
4x4.
I was going to say 4 on one side. Yeah, here he comes. Guess he'll set up there.
Give it another roll. Sophomore roll.
Slowly coming.
Hmm?
Slowly coming.
You there, Mick? You got that radio on, Mick? You want me to stay here? Last stag. Spiker. You want me to stay? I'll come with you. Come. Three by three.
Okay, day 3 of Bakers and I red deer hunt. We're up in the Mary Valley, up in Queensland. You can see behind us an active wallow. We had 3 stags, 1 stag and 2 spikers on it just probably 10 minutes ago. We've been hearing lots of stags roaring this morning in this gully, and so from up on top of the ridge we could see 2 good stags. So Bakes and I followed one of the tracks down here. And we got to 56 metres of a 3x3, so a young head. Not exactly what we're after, but it's day 3 of a 5-day hunt. We haven't got anything on the deck yet, so unfortunately it didn't come off. But anyway, we still got another 5 sessions to go yet, so Bates is up next. Righto, day 5.
It's come down to the wire. It's been a pretty tough week. We're up here in the Mary Valley hunting the red stags. Very good raw. They're rawing very well. However, the country that we're in is very thick and a lot of lantana, a lot of thick bushes, so they're very hard to lay eyes on.
And they're just not responding to the calls. We're trying doe calls, we're trying red stag calls, and it's like the stags are constantly on the move. The frustrating thing is that if they're moving, they're looking for hinds, and we're trying doe calls, even electronic calls, and they're not working. So we haven't really had one come to us yet.
No, that's it. Yeah. And look, to the fact where we've started setting up by leaving Mick the guide down the bottom of the gully roaring while we've sort of slinked our way up around the side to try and get the drop in on them. We've found that they're answering the calls, but what they're doing is they're staying put until we start calling to them, and then they start moving off. So we've tried dropping in on them, getting in from above them, and yeah, we've sort of laid eyes on a couple of them. So yeah, so far it's been pretty quiet on that way. We've had 2 what we'd call real opportunities, I suppose. We got into 56 on a stag on 2 days ago, I think it was. Dan got in and the wind changed on us. He was in a wallow, quite a good wallow with a couple of spikers. The wind changed on us and he took off, unfortunately. And then this morning, yeah, I got in and got the drop in on a stag and got to 50 metres, very sharp downhill he was from me. Sort of I was in the edge of the scrub and he was actually out in the clear a little bit, roaring to a stag down the gully. And I took a shot at him, and unfortunately I rushed the shot a little bit and didn't read the rangefinder properly, and the rangefinder said 50, but I've got one of the rangefinders that calculates the adjustment for angle, and it actually said 42, but I didn't read that and put the 50 metre pin on him and shot straight over his back.
There's a wallow, 45 metres, straight through. There. So I've set up everything, I've cleared the ground, so I don't crunch any noise. Arrows knocked, wind buffer, binoculars, rangefinder, grips off the bow, got video camera set up, just waiting for the deer. We've got day 4 this afternoon, and yeah, it's been bloody tough going. It's very jungly kind of hunting. The stags are roaring pretty well, but we're not seeing any hinds. I think Batesy said he saw 4 on the first day, and I haven't seen any hinds yet. The wind's been horrible, really shifty, very difficult. We came across a fresh wallow that's just behind you that you would have seen, and I've been sitting off it for the last 2.5 hours, hoping that something will come in. There's a bit of roaring happening just down the valley a little bit, so not sure where Bates is exactly. I left him with Mick, so not really sure where that's at, but they're out there somewhere, probably at the front maybe. Apparently the stag's been going pretty good out the front, so there's quite a few stags about, just they're constantly moving. We've tried doe calls, which surprisingly isn't working. We've tried roaring. I managed to rule one stag in, probably to about 80, and then he wouldn't come across the creek and up to us, so yeah, it's been a tough week, but we've still got this afternoon and all day tomorrow to hopefully put some meat in the freezer. Alright, we'll see how we go.
Righto, at the end of our hunt that we've been working hard for, haven't had much success.
No, first had a solid week. Mick Bakers, our guide, let us have a bonus session this morning, Saturday morning. We're supposed to get up and leave first thing, but we've been that close on a couple of occasions, and we found a good spot down the front valley yesterday where they were roaring fairly well. So we went in and gave it one last ditch effort this morning, but didn't come through. We heard quite a few roaring, but the fat lady has sung, and it's over for another red deer roar.
So we've hit the road just after 10, heading back to Canberra, and yeah, we've got a good 17 hours ahead of us, so yeah, we'll just get cracking.
8 hours in, 8.5 hours in, and probably about the same distance to go. Maybe a little bit more, so about halfway.
We're hoping to get home by approximately 2 o'clock tonight, if possible, if it's safe. But obviously, if we're too buggered, we'll stop.
And yeah, let's try and get home so we can sleep in our own beds, and when the kids wake up, they'll probably get a surprise and find us home. So, yeah, we'll see what happens though. There's no point pushing ourselves if we're too tired.
That's it. Be sensible and make sure we can hunt for another day.
And the old mother will help the journey.
So as far as the red deer roar goes, I thought it was a really successful trip. We had many good stags roaring all around us. We saw a couple of stags that were worth chasing, absolutely. Unfortunately, we didn't get to fill the eskies, but yeah, that's just the way it goes sometimes. And should we find ourselves hunting that same region in the future, we'll have a few more tricks up our sleeve and hopefully get one on the deck.